know that times have changed. And whether we're looking at 30 years ago, 20 years ago, or last week, we just live in an age where the one thing that's constant is change. And when it comes to students, the way that we engage with them, the way that they engage with us, and the way that they expect us to engage with them, those specific things continue to evolve. So I've kind of built out these 4 pillars of how do you look at these engagement trends and how do you respond to them. The first is going to be the rise in consumer mentalities. The second is instant gratification and the need for speed amongst students today. The third is responding with personalization and customization. And then the last is going to be authentic and genuine. The first is a rise in consumer mentalities. The way that we are shopping, and I say shopping quite literally for degrees today, has changed a lot. It's no longer necessarily about the name. It's about, what am I going to get from this? How much is this going to cost me? How long is this going to take me? And how does this compare to other institutions? Because I want the institution to tell me that when you do our degree program that you're going to get for this. And in my shopping experience, just like I might look for a pair of shoes, and the shoe company is going to tell me these are comfortable walking shoes, that these have, a sole that has a warranty tied to them. And guess what? They're valued at this dollar, and that's well within the price range of whatever specific shoe it is. I need, in my shopping experience, the institution to do the same because of this rise of consumer mentalities. We're literally looking at those variables versus just a name. We live in a world where, because of technology, because of the ability to connect with a phone that's constantly in your hand, that's not just picking up and calling, that's not just, texting an email, it's getting on the web, it's having live chats, it's being able to videocast, do all those things. We've just naturally gotten in a place where culturally we want things when we want them. And there's a need for speed. There is, a lot of things that are happening. So when I'm talking to institutions of what they're wanting to do, I have to tell them that because of our expectation for there to be instant gratification, for us to respond to that need for speed, you have to put that in your strategy and tactics. And you have to think about if they're shopping online and utilizing that consumer mentality behavior, and they're coming to your webpage better have answers to top questions that they have. When they land on your webpage, if they want that information immediately and the students are asking how much, how long, and what will I get, your webpage should have that information because they need that instant gratification of having it in their hands right away. The next pillar, it's personalization and customization. Again, it's the way that students are expecting to engage, and they want the experience to be personalized and customized. Students recognize when they're just getting an email drip campaign that has no personalization to it, and it's just coming at some, set period of time. They kind of get turned off by that. They want the experience to be personalized and customized. The personalization part is my personal experience is different from the person next to me, and that you're telling me what I'm going to get. You're going to recognize and realize that there are different types of individuals that are taking programs for different reasons. So your website should provide that level of information and that level of detail, but you can also utilize texting to build that personalized, customized, two-way engagement. You can send a text back. And all of this can be, pre-built in, but at least that person feels like, they connected directly with me. I'm having this engagement based on how I respond. They're sending me this specific information, and I feel like I'm having that personalized and customized engagement experience. And, prior to, I learned what's in it for me and all of these things. And that is so important to them, helping them to make the decision of what institution they're going to pursue. So the last one here is authentic and genuine. We like to see something that doesn't feel so scripted. We want to feel like there's a genuine connection there, and that if I were going to go to this institution, it's not going to be like the movies. It's going to be a little bit different. There's going to be some hiccups, there's going to be some challenges, but there's going to be an overall great experience there. So we want to feel authentic and genuine. Again, it's not just an email campaign that we're seeing and we're going, how does this relate to me? It's not just going to their social media site and only seeing posts about one particular thing. It's about having that authentic and genuine connections. And because, especially with the rise in access via, our phone device, we're not going on campus. We're not necessarily having those face-to-face conversations anymore. We're not necessarily picking up the phone. You have to think through how you can create this authentic and genuine connection for those individuals to allow them to have that. And I think social media is a good place. If, people that are going on social media, they kind of want to get a little bit insight into what the community and culture is going to be like at that institution so that they can have a real life experience, that they can visualize and see themselves there at the institution. So encouraging your students to be social ambassadors for you, to connect with those students, to answer questions on your behalf, they're going to see that, wow, there are real people that go there, and wow, I can be there as well.
Thank you for tuning in to the Education Marketing by Grow Enrollment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated. Stay tuned.